Hey guys, it's me Chandrak and today I want to do kinda a recommendation what character that were to build in order to wait or preparing for the 3.0 Sumeru region and the new Dendro reaction. Because I know some of you already excited to try with the brand new reaction with the Dendro, the catalyze and bloom one, of course burning. And then yeah, I think just some of my recommendation in here, the character may synergize well with the Dendro character or Dendro team or the reaction itself though. And take notes, mostly the one that I recommend is sub DPS because they're very safe. They can even pair with another sub DPS or main DPS, so that's why I mostly recommend mostly it's sub DPS. So yeah, before I start, actually I reached AR60 today, but it's not important, so let's get started. Yeah, I apologize. I don't know today is the Abyss reset. I'm so stupid. God damn it. So I cannot do the showcase in the Spiralus because it will take very long time for me to edit. Also, I just doing the domain instead. And also take notes, this is not a build video. This is just like what can give you inspiration that you might try when Dendro team come though. So if you want the full guide, just check other people video or in my past video. Thank you. So the first element that I will start with Pyro, and the first character that I recommend is Xiangling. I think Xiangling even in the Dendro team it will be broken because her Pyro Tornado is just too crazy, and yeah, it just constantly you can utilize infield or outfield, so it's actually very reliable. So I think even in Dendro she can shine very well. She can kinda trigger the burning or even the bargain from the another chain of the bloom reaction itself though. So the team, like maybe you team put Kokomi, Xiangling and other Dendro character support or main DPS and another main DPS. I think it will synergize well if in Xiangling. And use as usual the build like kinda Emblem of Cypher Fate, or maybe if you kinda reaction or they update it with the Dendro reaction, Crimson Witch of Flame probably will be good also. And then of course the catch always become one of the best weapon for Xiangling. And the second character is there's either choose one of them. It's either Klee or Yanfei because they're very similar, but Yanfei is more accessible because it's 4-star. I think the main gimmick in here, or main advantage from them, that because they can have an infinite application of the Pyro, so in here that they can be very reliable as a main DPS especially, so they can have like Dendro as a sub DPS or support, so they can trigger both the burning effect or the burgeon, which is the bloom effect that you trigger with Pyro and will come cause a burgeon. So that's why I think they still can works in a Dendro team, especially as a main DPS with the artifact that I think very good is Crimson Witch of Flame, but except for Yanfei, I think it can suitable with the 4 piece of Wanderer because the elemental mastery, which is benefit also for the Dendro and also from the charge attack though. An honorable mention is Toma, although it's not in the top in my pick. I think in some niche case, Toma can help in terms of Dendro reaction in the burning, but Toma just become the support here and we will have kinda, don't know in the future, like main DPS Dendro, so the shield can help for the guard and also help with the applier of the pyro itself to trigger burn often. I think have potential, but for the niche situation though, so it may not applicable for all the Dendro team though. Now we move to the Hydro element, which is the first character that I will recommend. It's either choose one of them, Yelan or Xingqiu, because both of them very similar. So their application in elemental burst is just very good. It's just like can constantly can shoot the turret and or the rain sword like constantly, so it's very good to trigger the reaction of the bloom itself to produce the dendro core or dendro seed as constant as you can though, because I think Yelan and Xingqiu is similar to Xiangling, but instead this is just Hydro, so it's quite consistent already meta in all team. I believe in Dendro still quite solid also as a helping the Dendro team also. And then like either whatever reaction that you can utilize, like just use the pure bloom, let it explode after 6 seconds, or you want to kind of chain with another reaction, like let's say you put Electro, it will come the homing missile, or Pyro to trigger the bargain. I think Xingqiu and Yelan still can do that. Yeah, so you can just use the 4 piece of emblem separate fate as usual, or you can just combine with 2 heart of depth and then you can just mix Peter in Oblast. But for Yelan you can even put a tenacity of Millilith though. And second is Kokomi. I think Kokomi, a future with the Dendro team is quite bright from what I see, because the jellyfish gimmick is, I think, is very good because jellyfish can constantly apply hydro infield, outfield, even you are not doing anything. It's just like constantly produce the application and also heal you. And the ridiculous, you can even reset by using the burst, so the duration become longer. So that's why I think Kokomi become very reliable as a healer, and also to do the reaction of the bloom and trigger the Dendro seed or core very constantly. So that's why I think Kokomi is very good to pair with the Dendro character. Even main DPS, sub DPS that very big AoE also will match with her. With the build I kinda focus is the support base, because Kokomi probably will become super base like 4 piece of Tenacity of Millilith. Of course the Husk Opulent still okay. And I think it might be crazy, but you can try the new element, the Dream something, the one that they already announced. And of course, the Catalyst of Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayer, that's one of the broken free-to-play weapon that very easy to get, will be very suitable as a support Kokomi though. And the last one is Mona. I think Mona in here have potential because the E skill can work similar like Kokomi, it's just like shorter, and I think the burst itself can help for the to trigger like high burst damage also, so it's quite useful. So here, I think Mona in here will be good to pair with the Dendro character to trigger the bloom also constantly. And for the artifact, I think you can just go with the classic build, which is you can use the Noblesse Oblige to Beast and Wanderer Truth, because both helping Elemental Mastery and Burst for that will benefit with Mona reaction and the burst itself. With the Whipsit weapon also become one of the very best weapon for Mona, for the one that very accessible compared to the 5-star weapon. Now we move to the last element, which is Electro. The first that I will recommend, which is Raiden Shogun. The Raiden Shogun is very good in terms of everything though. That's why the first choice is Raiden Shogun. And then you can utilize the E skill the most if you just want Raiden as a support, or even you can just use balance to utilize the burst damage also. In here actually Raiden is very good because can constantly trigger the Electro application. So especially if you want to utilize the catalyze one and do the aggravate effect, which is it will increase the electro damage bonus. So in here actually Raiden will help to boost the damage of the electro itself, so I think it's very good in terms of aggravate. So in here it will give a quite selection of Raiden Shogun just for the artifact. It's not just from the 4-piece emblem separate fate, but it gives you choice of Thundering Fury maybe in the future if they kinda want to kinda update with the new reaction. I think it can match that for Raiden Shogun, but that's only for support Raiden Shogun though, I would say. And second one is Fischl and Yaimiko, because both of them is very similar, so just choose which one that you feel you like the most. But I think Fischl will be the one that more accessible, so I think Fischl and Yaimiko is very good because their Oz and the turret from the Yaimiko itself can constantly trigger the electro application also and hit the enemy, so you can easily to trigger the reaction of the catalyze itself though. But in here also again I think it's very good also to in terms of trigger the aggravate, because it constantly will hit, right? So I think it automatically will trigger the aggravate though, so it's hard kind of you can control to activate the spread itself though, because they will keep shooting, right? So probably it just boosts the electro damage itself. So I think Raiden Shogun, Fischl and Yaimiko is very good in terms if you want to utilize the reaction from catalyze of aggravate. And yeah, for the artifact set is quite similar with the Raiden Shogun, because you can just put for 4 piece of the Thundering Fury, or even Fischl and Yaimiko you can try the new artifact set that they already announced, which is the 4 piece of Bladed Dreams. That's a new one because it can help with the elemental mastery, the reaction itself, and boost the attack of the party attack though. So I think it's worth to try also. Then the third one is Beidou. I think Beidou is still similar with Raiden, Yaimiko and Fischl, but in here Beidou get advantage where you can utilize the E skill. So that one only one time apply of the Electro, right? So you can trigger the reaction of spread itself, because Yaimiko, Fischl and Raiden it's hard because it will keep doing the electro application, right? So most of the reaction that will be triggered is aggravate from the catalyzed one, so it's pretty hard for you to trigger spread. But Beidou have the capability to do spread because the elemental skill is just like one time thing, and you can use the Dendro first and then you can activate the spread reaction, and you can use the burst itself though from the Beidou, so you can trigger the reaction like time to time, right, of the catalyze, so which is very good also in here. So I think Beidou in heal also have potential to match with the Dendro character, either like main DPS or sub DPS from the Dendro itself though. As far for now, I think for Beidou we just use the classic artifact, which is the 4-piece Emblem Separate Fate or 2-piece Noblesse and 2-piece Thundering Fury though is good at least for now. Maybe future we will have a better artifact for Beidou. The last character that I will recommend, which is Kuki Shinobu. I think Kuki Shinobu has potential when Dendro team come though, because her E skill is constantly doing electro application, although it's not that strong, but it's also heal. So I think it's quite thing match with the team itself with the Dendro to trigger reaction as often as possible. It can even have with the catalyze or even the bloom that you trigger by electro. I think it can work pretty well in here though. So the of course for the artifact that you can go is full everything that support like full like 4-piece of tenacity or 4-piece noblesse oblige, or even the new artifact the glided trims you may worth to try though. That couple character that I think is worth to build starting from now. We still have around 1 week to prepare for Sumeru region and the new Dendro reactions, because maybe some of you already kind of tired and want a new gameplay, fresh gameplay with the Dendro reaction itself. So those characters you can start to build from now. We still have 1 week, and take notes. Not all of the character that I recommend is meta, I believe, because some of them I just think they are kind of can synergize and pretty much fun to use. But if you ask me, is there any character that I recommend potentially become meta in Dendro team? And I will say yes. There's two of them that I think can have potential to become meta in Dendro team, which is first one is Fischl. I think Fischl is just because it's very affordable, accessible for free to play, very easy. I think most of you already kinda see 6 Fischl also. So in here I think Fischl can carry quite good for all the Dendro reaction, especially for catalyze one. So I believe Fischl in here will be very good for the starting meta team in the Dendro reaction itself. And the second one is Kokomi. I think because the constant application from the jellyfish infield or outfield itself, and also it can heal, give Kokomi become a multi-purpose character that I think very reliable in terms to trigger bloom, and also very good in point if you're using maybe Dendro main DPS in the future, or even like as a like support also though. So I think Kokomi here can shine very good like wise in the Taser team, but this time in the Dendro though. So yeah, Fischl and Kokomi is think my prediction they can be meta in Dendro team. So yeah, pretty much that's it in this video. I will see you another time when probably Sumeru come. I will try and do couple comparison with the new artifact, probably the new reaction. So yeah, I hope you have a good gameplay in this when Sumeru come. And if you like this video, feel free to hit subscribe button and like. Bye bye.